What's up, guys? Dustin von Warncke, the Outdoor Success Guy, back with another video for you. A little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation for your day, a little something to get you through a difficult time, to celebrate a happy time, all that stuff. I'm here to celebrate that with you in life, and the fact that a lot of you guys have reached out to me and said, "Hey, your videos really mean something to me," really makes me want to do them even more. I think we all have a duty here to inspire and motivate people and bring people up and uplift people, which is something I'm really big about doing, instead of just dragging people down with my problems. Because you know what this said about your problems? 90% of the world doesn't care about your problems. As sad as that may sound, but it's true. 90% of the world doesn't care about your problems. The other 10% are glad it's you. The other 10% are glad you have them. And that's very true. And so I try not to bring the fact that in my last video I kind of talked about this. Had an $850 truck bill the other day for my exhaust manifolds and a tune-up, but it was desperately needed on my truck, and I'm getting ready to sell my truck here in the next couple of months and get something a little bit more less costly, I guess, if you will. But that all being said, it's just another trial in life. It's just another thing to overcome. And for me, I don't run away from struggle. I get in front of it. I meet it head on. I meet the bull by the horns. And a lot of people I see in life, medicate the struggle. They try to avoid the struggle. They try to ignore the struggle. I embrace it because for me, that is where the rubber meets the road. That is where my spirit meets my ability and my potential and my greatness. And, nothing in life, lifting weights is something that I do. Doing cardio on a bike, stationary bike, writing the books that I've written, doing the video course that I did, writing the articles that I write, doing the podcasts that I do. None of that's been easy. None of that has come naturally to me by any means. And the reason why I continually challenge myself is I want to constantly stretch and grow, because if you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not expanding, you're contracting. And that's something that is vitally important to realize in life. If it's not one, it's the other. It's very binary, if you want to look at the simplicity of it. It's very, very, black and white in a lot of ways, that if you're not doing this, you're doing this. It's the way that the universe works. There's no standing still, in other words, in life. You're either growing or you're contracting. You're either expanding or you're shrinking. And so the reason I bring that up is Grant Cardone wrote a book called The 10X Rule back, I guess, 5 years ago or so. I can't speak tonight. It's late. I do my best creative thinking at night, by the way. But Grant Cardone wrote the book, and I've read quite a bit of the 10X Rule. And basically, the 10X Rule says do things at 10X levels for 10X results. And 10X meaning 10 times the effort, 10 times the ability, 10 times the strength, 10 times the effort. Basically, and what that's really inspired me to do is really amp it up, kick it up a notch, keep it moving forward, keep things that are in life that maybe seem daunting and just meet them head on and not be afraid of that. So it brings back a story that I heard Les Brown tell the other day, and this has of course been recorded many years ago, but he talks about the Chinese bamboo tree, and the Chinese bamboo tree basically does not sprout or grow at all to any sizable, visible ability at all for 5 years. And then in about 5 to 6 weeks, it sprouts up, humongous, right within the 5th year. And the question is, did that bamboo tree grow all that potential of its size and its enormity in 5 years or 5 weeks? And it brings the fact that, all that being said, when we, go through a trial, when we go through a struggle, when we go through a grind or a hustle or whatever the case may be, when we go through that season of our lives, every valley's got a hill and every hill's got a valley. We basically will come out better if we stay in the game and stay living, stay alive, stay motivated, stay inspired, stay listening to positive things in your ears, because this whole mindset game's an inside job. But the thing is, it all matters. Like Paul Cummings' book that I'm going to buy soon. It All Matters is the title of his book, and I've listened to a podcast of his on Jeremy Todd's podcast, The Positive Side, and he makes the point that it all matters. And so the whole point is that in the 5-year time, it's going to pass anyway. All right. The question is it going to make a difference in your life? Are you going to make a difference in somebody else's life? Is the potential that you have going to come out in life, or are you just going to let time pass by? And that's one of the things that I'm very serious about in my life, and the things that I do is to be very intentional and very well thought out on the way that I do things. Let me turn on my light here. My light just eluded me. I got to enter my password to my computer here, and we'll keep going. But basically, it just brings up the fact that it all matters. That the 5 years was as important to that bamboo plant, the Chinese bamboo tree, than it is the 5 weeks that it sprouts out of the world. And basically blossoms and blooms and does everything that a bamboo tree does. All those things matter. It all matters. Every bit of the struggle matters. Every bit of the watering, the growing, all that stuff matters. And that's my whole point for today, is that no matter what you're going through, no matter what season of life you're in, no matter how old you are, how young you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, it all matters. And every bit of the struggle that you go through is meant to grow you. Every bit of the struggle that you grow through is meant to condition you to be a better you and a better version of you. And that's one thing I'm personally working on, is sharing this journey with you, and my weight loss, and my working out and building muscle and doing all the stuff that I'm doing at the gym. That's why I record a lot of these, because I get inspired at the gym. But basically, it all matters, and it is the things that we struggle against are meant to grow us bigger and stronger in spirit and emotionally, and so on and so forth. And so I just encourage you, those of you guys that listen to these videos that hunt, hunting season for rifle is starting this weekend. I've got some plans for going out and hanging out with some friends of mine. Consider meditating in your blind, while you're hunting. Consider spending some time with God alone in the woods. Because that is really where it's the space I was talking about on the podcast before. The space between the lines is where the beauty is. The space between the silence in life is where the beauty is. And that's the one thing I wanted to carry with me to give to you today. That, again, it all matters. The struggles are here to make us stronger. And life is designed not to be easy. And I don't want it to be easy. I want the struggles. I want the challenge. I meet those challenges head on. And I do that because the better I can face those challenges, the better person I can become. Thank you guys so much for watching, reading, and listening. I love you all. Big virtual hug to all of you guys. God bless you. Have an awesome day in the outdoors. We'll see you next time.